All right, guys. So today I have Dan. Dan is a top tier wellness coach. Generally, he built his whole career in Latin America, especially Dominican Republic. I wanted to bring him on because wellness is very new in the United States. There are wellness coaches, but there aren't established wellness coaches yet, like in America, like they are in Latin America. So Dan, I wanted to first ask you, you know, how did you, what steps took you and how did you decide to become, mainly a well, I mean, you do bodybuilding coaching and all this, but you mainly became a wellness coach. That's your specialty, right? Like what
Yeah,
took you to that category and, how you were able to transition in there?
yeah. First of all, thank you for the invitation. I'm very happy to be here and share some knowledge with your fan. And it's an honor because your platform used to have big name here, so I feel honored to be here.
Thank you.
So, first of all, you know what's fun? I didn't make a transition from bodybuilding to wellness. Is different. I start working with women at the beginning. I
Mhm.
start working with wellness from the beginning because in Latin American we used to have the problem to fit into bikini. So
Ah,
all the girls used to have the big legs.
yes.
So wellness start back in the days in Brazil. So the history come from Brazil around the 2011, something like that. So first time it's come to Dominican Republic 2014 to 2015,
Uh-huh.
I guess. So I start in that date, in that year, to work with girls to build the physique, to make them look like wellness instead to be a bikini.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the transition. I start from the beginning working with the girls, trying to be wellness because they didn't fit into the bikini. So in the years, I start working with men's physique, classic physique, bodybuilding, because I have the knowledge, and I have the practice. But my main topic, my main category is wellness
Gotcha.
from the beginning.
Gotcha. And you had, I'm assuming, you had a lot of clients in Dominican Republic. When did you start transitioning from moving more into, getting American clients and things like that? Because you were generally you were just mainly all in Dominican Republic for the
Yeah,
most part.
I start here in Dominican Republic, but once I start here, I start to share my work in the internet. You know, Instagram
Yeah.
is a huge platform that you can share all your knowledge and your work. So once I start winning here, I went to Colombia. So when I went to Colombia to South America, I won in South America and I became pro coach there. So I won my first pro card there,
Nice.
and I start to build my name, and some Dominican start to know about me in the United States.
Yeah.
So from one client to another client, you know, they start talking about my
Yes.
name and they hire me, and that's how I start. But when the NPC start the wellness in 2020, of
Yes.
course, I guess
It might be 19. I think 19. It's either
19
2018.
they made they made the news. They tell everybody they're gonna have the wellness for
Yes.
2020.
Yes. 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 That's right, because
Yeah.
there's only
So
two. There's only one Olympia winner,
yeah.
so far. Yeah.
So when they made the news that 2019 they're gonna have the wellness in 2020, I start working with Lolly.
Okay. Yes. Yes.
So Lolly won't be able to fit into bikini, and she started working for Woman Physique. When they say that she can be wellness because they're gonna have the class and they're gonna have it in the 2020. So she contacted me and we start working from 2019. And we had the first competition before COVID, Mr. Olympia, South America,
Gotcha, gotcha.
2020.
And
Then
she
we go to Arnold and we won the two shows.
in South America, correct?
Yeah, we won. She always won the classes, and she won the Mr. Olympia South America, and she won the Arnold Classic Ohio before COVID.
Oh wow, that's pretty good.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
pretty good. Yeah, and
and that's made my name more interesting for the people in the United States. And then
yes.
I start working with other girls around the world.
When did you now you go back and forth from Dominican Republic to United States? You come often to United States now to train clients or things like that?
I I started going to United States after COVID because I got my visa. The day they closed all the airport
Hmm.
and the embassy, I got my visa when the COVID started.
Okay.
So I was in quarantine, and then when they open all the flights, I go to United States, and then I start working there with Lolly for the North America
Yes.
when she got the pro card there.
Gotcha. Gotcha. And then everything transitions from there.
Yeah,
you're going to be down at this year's Olympia?
yeah, of course.
I see you there. I definitely see you there.
You know, I'm one of the sponsor of the Olympia
That's
with my
right. That's right.
platform, my line.
That's right.
I'm gonna be there for the second year in a row.
That's right. My wife did bring that up. I completely
Yeah,
forgot. Yeah, so just for those listening, Dan is one of the spot head sponsors for the Olympia for his
yeah.
whole training business. So that's pretty cool. Um, Now I wanted to ask you because you've seen Wellness Brazil, you've seen Wellness all of Latin America. How does wellness compare to what USA is trying to establish? And is USA trying to go in a different presentation of wellness, or is it very similar to the way it's being presented in South America?
You know, I have been noticed that recently because you know I have long time working with the category all around the world, so I start analyzing that what's happening in the United States and all around the world. And I start understanding that competition gonna be always based on the people, on the competitors that
Mm-hmm.
you have on the stage. The criteria always gonna be the Olympia, and the Olympia is very clear. They want a feminine girl that look huge but not too big, or I mean big but not huge.
Yes, yes,
You
yes,
know, need to be like well developed in the lower body,
yes.
um, definition but no striation.
Okay.
Need to have lines and need to be conditioned but not as a woman physique or figure. And what may confuse in that in this situation is that you may have a competition, uh, a show, and you're gonna have a girl that is too conditioning and too big, but is the best in the stage, and she need to win because she's the best. That doesn't mean she's the criteria, and you need to work for that type of body. But this is the best body in the stage. Always gonna be the winner. The
Yeah.
best body in the stage always gonna be the winner. So I think the United States is um, making the category possible for everybody, but but they have the idea clear that always gonna be like the Olympia, the top five of the Olympia, beautiful girl with sexy lines, conditioning, but not too much. You need to have well developed quads
Hmm.
and glutes, hands, and harmony at all in the body is like the whole package, like an upper body, but not too big,
Yep.
like a bikini. And that's what you need to focus on. The problem is some girl, they are focusing on what they like. They
Yeah.
like to be huge, they like to have big shoulders, big quads, and they focus only on that, and they lose the whole concept of the category. They start to look like more woman's physique, more figure,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because the shoulders get too wide out, and
yeah,
it's
and
all
that's
quads.
happened
High.
everywhere. Even in Brazil, that's happened.
Gotcha.
So you're gonna have everything. Okay?
Now, do you notice? Because when I've seen a lot of the shows in America, and when especially when I see like some of the top girls that start like running across the board with wins, I'm noticing a very strong conditioning. Is the level of conditioning we're seeing in USA on the same level that we're seeing in, for example, Brazil or Latin America, or are we noticing a little bit softer down there?
Um, that's gonna happen everywhere. That's gonna happen everywhere. In the United States, in South America, you're gonna see a lack of conditioning, and you're gonna see girls that is too conditioning, but it's not because it's from South America, or it's not because it's in the USA. It's everywhere. You're gonna have in South America girl with the great conditioning. That's it, because some of the girls are very new. They are young girls,
Hmm.
and the first year of competition, and other girls that have the great conditioning, they are more like I mean more like old,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
no,
experience. They've been doing it for for
experience.
years.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the word. They have been competing from a long time, and they just have the moment in that competition to nail it.
gotcha, gotcha. So, so at the end of the day, it's just all similar, but the variety. You mentioned a good point, because that's something like I didn't even think about. Is the best package wins that day, but
Yeah,
sometimes that package isn't the exact definition of the Olympia win,
yeah,
of like what they're looking for on the stage. But that show, who showed up, who came in, that was the best package. So it is what it is at that show. Okay.
yeah. It's
Now,
similar that it's similar than bodybuilding.
yeah.
It's very similar because you have a lot of competition all around the world, and you have a lot of first places,
Hmm.
and those first places don't gonna be the first place in the Olympia. They may be top 10 or top 15, but they are first place in some competition.
Yeah. Yeah. Understand. Understand. Makes sense. So the next thing I wanted to show everybody. So you have a client who is just insane how quickly she grew. So if anybody looking in, this is Dan's page, guys. If you need to get a hold of Dan, there's all his information. You can send him a DM, especially for ladies who are looking for a wellness coach. And the whole page is full with his work, but the main one, I think it's this picture that might show it. Yes.
Yeah,
So this client, if you guys are looking now right now, so that's 2021, and
that's
then
from 2020 to 2022.
so that's a 2 year progress, which when I look at this progress, to me it's just unreal. Like that's like it's unreal. It's just nuts. Especially at somebody at that young age, to
Yeah,
activate that quickly. So my question is like, now at the end of the day, the girl came to you, she's like, look, I'm willing to do whatever needs to be done to win, right? That's the bottom line. What does it take, besides the genetics that activate? Because at the end of the day, look, she's unique, right? Not everybody has the same genetics. Not everybody can do what she does and instantly activate. But what does it take for somebody that's so dedicated and into it to like to and
Yeah,
make this transformation, which is insane?
I'm gonna say in one word, and then I'm gonna go into it. You need to be obsessed. That's the word. You need to be so fucking obsessed to get it, to make it. You need to have a dream that is big enough to move your hair every day,
Yeah.
and you breathe that. And when you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, as they say, then you're gonna make it. And it's not like a fantasy. It's for real. That girl came to me in 2020, and she only said one thing: I want to be wellness. I want to be Olympia. I want to be in the Olympia, and I want to be pro, and I want to be one of the best, or one of the top competitor in the world. And I said, um, I know what it takes, because I have been building my name from the foundation, from the ground, from negative. I
Yeah.
I came from negative, and I know what exactly you need to do every day, no matter the weather, no matter how you feel, no matter what you want or what you are mm, passing through. So no matter what, you need to be every fucking day focused on your goal, making it happen. You can use the drugs, you can train like a beast, you can eat. But if you are not mentally there, you're never gonna make it, because in this sport, all kind of athletes,
Hmm.
and that the ones that make it are the ones that focus more than everybody.
Yeah.
They only speak about it, they only dream about it, eat about it, walk about it, everything about it. They only sleep, sleep, eat, train, repeat, and that's it. And with this girl, with this young girl, it's exactly like that, because I have been working with her day by day, and I can say is one of the top disciplined girl that I ever worked, because she only talk about competition, and her husband, um, he worked just for her.
Okay.
So the only thing that she do is train, eat, sleep, cardio, sauna, and all the stuff around the competition.
Yeah.
For 2 years working together, I only see that in the work ethic. So that's what it takes to reach that level in 2 years, because I can say, based on my own success, that now I can say I have the success of 10 years, and I only have 7 years or 5 years, like with that level of focus.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And most of the people that know me, they think that I have a lot of years on it, but it's not like that, because I work the double, or maybe 4 times more like than everybody, and that's what she do.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's very impressive. How long was she into training before she came to you?
Yeah, she was training since 14 years old,
Okay.
14 years old, I guess. And when she came to me, she was 19. Yeah, 19. So she had 5 years. In the video, when you see her, uh
Yeah,
2020,
yeah, the 2020. Yep.
she's 19. When she got pro, she was 20, just 20. And now with the pro win, the Olympia qualification, she's 20, 21. She's
And
21. So
she's doing this year's Olympia, correct?
yeah, yeah.
Nice.
She's trying to get the visa, and if she got the visa, she's gonna be there.
Wow, that's exciting.
Yeah, man, that's amazing.
That's very, very, very exciting. Um, that's fucking awesome, man. It's it's huge, man. And like you mentioned, it's look, at the end of the day, it's the regular people who always want a body change and use excuses. They blame it on drugs, this, blah blah blah. They're not even living a lifestyle. Then the ones that are living a lifestyle but aren't reaching the level the other individuals are, they're not truly obsessed about it. Um,
Yeah,
I use the definition of obsession to me is, Nick Walker, right? I'm good friends with Nick. I know exactly how his brain operates and how he
yeah,
goes about it. And listen, you want you want you want to be a champion and you want to be pro and competitive and be on the top level. Just live like Nick. I mean,
yeah,
that's it.
man.
Not everybody can listen. Not everybody can do it, and only very few. But I'm sorry, that's what's going to separate you from everybody else. It's that their obsession about it.
Yeah, that's it, man. And I can say it, and that's the big difference. That's the big difference
Yeah,
because everybody can train or take supplements or use drugs,
yeah, yeah,
but the the mental game is everything. If you are not if you are not commitment if you're not committed to it and to be 24/7,
yeah,
you won't make it.
yeah,
You need to be 24/7. Whatever is your business, you need to be 24/7.
yeah. I agree. I agree. Um, oh, I have a question. I didn't even give a chance. So, the top three in the Olympia, right, this past year. Um, because there was a lot like in Brazil, Angelina wins everything, right?
Yeah.
In the USA, she did it. And I spoke to some people behind the scenes, and without mentioning their names, when it comes to judging and so forth and high up, they mentioned that it was just a little suspicious her glute tie-in to her hamstring. In your personal opinion, like, do you think, you know, they didn't reward her because of that and we're just assuming? Or did you think that it was Michelle that won the first place, right? I forget her name. The one that won
Franciel.
Franciel, yes.
Yeah.
Or is Franciel just an overall better package? Because listen, Angelina, I mean, that shape screams wellness. Like that girl is just like a complete definition of
Yeah.
wellness. Um, the girl that won is the same thing. She's just like a smaller, simplified, little bit version that's very pretty. So I've always, wondered, because listen, in South America, it's well known, for girls to enhance the glutes and so forth. And then once you do that, you're kind of screwed. You're not going to be able to get those muscles to react the same way if you decide to compete. So, what is your take on that whole thing with Angelina?
Um. Well, you are talking about Angela,
Yes,
and Angela is like the queen,
yes,
and I learned a lot from her, and I have the honor to be her friend,
hmm,
and all I can say, the time I have been near to her and her husband, is that she's a mystery because she is like the perfect combination of mentality
yeah,
and ethic,
yes,
and she's always hungry for winning. She loved and lived to compete, and my thought about it is that she's a top contender always, always. And the last year, the past Olympia, she was like near to Franciel, but Franciel has something else that is like the special doll appearance. Like
yes, yes,
she looked like a doll,
yeah,
and she make it. she make it look like easy, like it's not bodybuilding. It's like, modeling,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
a beauty contest.
yeah.
And she's conditioning and she's perfect. She's full. She's she's on point, and it's hard to beat when it comes to it. It's hard to beat, and she
Now,
has the whole package.
now, do you think if Angelina, if her conditioning was tighter, which would have made her glute, hammy, everything from the back separate more and pop? Do you think that would make, for example, her front package, where it's her quads, her shoulders, and abs, look more too strong and throw off that whole look? So I feel like she's so like extreme with everything that
Yeah.
if that back end becomes perfection when it comes to conditioning, the whole front quads, her shoulders, and just become way too defined and too hard. Um,
Yeah, because you know what's the problem? She's tall. She's tall. And when you are tall and you have long legs, long arms, long torso, it's different to feel that frame with all the harmony that you
yeah.
need to look like curvy.
Mm-hmm.
So if she gets a little bigger in maybe in the hamstring, and maybe she changed a little bit from the quads to the glutes, and as you say, she make a little different in the appearance, she gonna look way better.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the problem is not conditioning, because she's always conditioning and she's always full. It's about like she has been competing from since 2019, and she has been competing nonstop 2019, 2020, 2021, and she need a break.
Yeah.
So she took a break this year, and she's building a whole new package,
Good.
and we hope to see a whole different package, because conditioning is not the problem, but she need to make a little balance from the
From the
glutes,
body parts, yeah.
because the glute is overpower everything.
Gotcha.
The glute is overpowering, and that's the weak point that I see, because she look how different, from the back to the front and to the side is different, because the glute is overpowering,
Yeah.
and she need a little more swipe in the quads,
I know
and
what you mean.
a little less glute development, and a little longer in the tears,
Yes, on the back
in
end,
the
yeah.
glute hams connection. So that's gonna be a whole different. If she make it, she gonna be amazing on stage.
Yeah.
Gonna be hard to beat.
Yeah. She has a great physique. She's
Yeah, she
definitely
has a
like,
great physique. I love it, and she's unique. It's like, well, you have the two top wellness in the world, Angela and Franciel, and you need to choose one, and you need to start looking for the weak points. You
yeah,
you you need to, when you have the top competitor on stage, you can you can see who is better, is who has one or two bad point, bad, you know,
yeah, the back
you need to
qualities.
start looking for mistake, and
Yeah,
that mistake gonna make the difference.
yeah. Understand.
And it can be the posing. Sometimes you have two perfect physique, and the posing make the big difference.
That's true. Yeah. Just like everything else in bodybuilding, it's just
Yeah, it's like every sport.
once you get to that whole entire top level, it's just like Jesus, it gets very, very tough.
Yeah, the tanning, the makeup, the walking, it's like little details make the
Yeah,
difference in that level.
yeah, it's
It's
true.
not about who is the best, it's who has no mistake.
Yeah, yeah, true, true. So the last thing I want to touch base with you, Dan, because you mentioned it earlier, is that you're bringing NPC back to Dominican Republic. It was there one time with Victor. I think he was able to put one show together, and then things kind of just behind the scenes. that were not in his control,
Yeah.
caused NBC not to be able to be there. But it looks like you're bringing it down, and it's going to be down there at the end of after the Arnold, correct?
Yeah, yeah, we are working from the beginning of of this year. We were talking with the NPC, and we were making everything come together and to build the project as a regional show, but with a international level.
Yes.
Like we are planning to have three shows the next year, starting on March. The second show is gonna be on August, and the last one gonna be at the end of the year, maybe November. So we are focusing right now on the first one because the first one, the first impression is
Yes.
the best you
The
can
most
do.
important.
So
Yeah.
we have been working with Mazali, and he's gonna be my promoter, and I'm gonna be the co-promoter here. And we are working on make a fit expo to make
Okay.
it more interesting for the people that attend the show, and to make the athlete more attractive and make some good prices for the athletes. We are planning to give some flight tickets to a national show
Okay.
or for a pro qualifier for the overall.
Yes.
We want to give the opportunity to some of the athletes of the top athletes to be sponsored in one project that we are having right now in Colombia that is called Casa de los Titanes, the House of the Titans.
Hmm.
That is like mini Kuwait in the Latin American, is for the athletes to be there just training, eating, sleeping, and having everything, supplements, drugs, everything they
Yeah.
need for the competition to get the pro card.
Oh, wow.
So next year, this show gonna give some good prizes, not only medals, not only trophies. We're gonna give that ticket, maybe the hotel for the athletes, and we're gonna give him the how do you say, the registration for
Yes. The registration fees. Yep.
the registration fee for the pro qualifier. We
Nice.
we have a pro qualifier in Bogota that is called Colombia Pro, and you can qualify for the Olympia if you got your pro card. For example, in men's physique or in bikini. If you got the pro card in bikini or the pro card in men's physique, you can compete the same night as the in the pro show, and you can qualify for the Mr. Olympia.
Oh, wow.
So we're gonna bring very very amazing opportunity for the Dominican Republic and all the Latin around the area in the Caribbean. People from Puerto Rico can come here, from Aruba, from San
Yeah.
Martin.
And you're down there. Yeah.
Everybody can come here and compete and earn the ticket, the flight ticket, the hotel, and the registration fee. And we're gonna make it amazing.
Are you holding it in a like connected to a resort, or are you holding it in one of the cities, or?
No, I'm gonna have the show in one of the biggest mall here that have a theater.
Oh, okay. 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 Yes.
And in this theater, we have a, a huge area for the sponsor. We're gonna have booth, and we are planning to bring some big names here. And
Nice.
maybe I will contact you later because I want to bring some big name, maybe one or two
Hmm.
big name here for people to take picture
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
interact.
Of course.
So maybe we're gonna be talking about it in about some weeks
Yeah. Yeah. I could listen. I'll reach out to
because
whoever I got to reach out
you
to.
know everybody there.
I know a couple. I know a couple people.
I met Jay Cutler the last time I was in Boston, and he's a nice guy, man. And
Yeah.
if we can make it to bring him here, that's gonna be epic because everybody love him here.
Yeah. Jay's a great guy. He's
Yeah,
such a
man,
good
he's
guy, man.
he's laying.
He's
He
such a good guy.
inspired so many people here.
Yeah. Just we'll talk. We'll talk. I'll help
Yeah,
out any way I can for sure. But yeah, man, that's very exciting, and yeah, that's fucking awesome, Dan. You're definitely doing a lot, man. And for everybody listening, man, this is what it is, man. I mean, it's just a few people out there who love bodybuilding, who love the industry, and want it to be better, bigger, and so forth, and do whatever we can to get it out there and help it grow. But
yeah.
Dan, thank you so much
Thank
for
you, man.
coming on. Guys, you saw the Instagram. Girls, you need a wellness coach, basically right there. He'll transform you in just a couple months, honestly. And thank you so much, Dan. And we'll talk soon. All right, brother?
Thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate, and I hope to be here again. So you tell me.
For sure. For sure.
Thank you.